4th Street in downtown Louisville. WFPK presents our weekly live music showcase, Live Lunch. Thank y'all so much for being here today. We have a great crowd for a great band that we're going to introduce you to here in just a moment. I also want to thank our sponsor for today's broadcast, Hall's Apple Brewing, host of the Misty Mountain String Band's Kentucky Bound release party tonight at 7 o'clock. It's been fun watching this band grow over the years. Now they're all really tall. Actually, what I mean is growing musically, and now they have a brand new album, which is called Kentucky Bound. It's released today. Let's welcome to WFPK's Live Lunch, Misty Mountain String Band.
Went to the well again, threw my old bucket in, but that hole in the ground had long run dry. I've been to the well again. I stayed on and on, though the lights went dim. I'd been to the well again. Went to the well again. Threw my old bucket in, but that hole in the ground had long run dry. I'd been to the well again. So I went underground to a cool, dark place where I thought been. There I went blind and forgot about the sun. I'd been to the well again. Went to the well again. Threw my old bucket in, but that hole in the ground had long run dry. I'd been to the well again. Thought I'd found my way to friends who could all sympathize. I joined a band, but our song would never end. I'd been to the well again. Went to the well again. Threw my old bucket in, but that hole in the ground had long run dry. I'd been to the well. To the well again.
Hey, thank you, everybody. Once again, we're the Misty Mountain String Band from right here in Louisville, Kentucky. We got a lot of music that we have released so far, so we're going to play a good spectrum of it today. This one's off our second album, Brownsboro. It's called Coming Home.
Dragging in when the stars are shining bright. When you turn out your bedroom light, I'll be laying by your side. We'll be packing in from the fields, we'll be digging out of this cold. Trucking in from the interstate, we'll be flying in from wars. kept us far, far away from home. Every hour I've been gone, I've been thinking about touching skin instead of cold machines. These cracked and callous hands, they can be gentle. Oh, darling, darling, you're all I need. Well, I swept my life away. Oh, I break my back just getting myself paid. Working overtime's not worth the wait. You know I won't be late. We'll be packing in from the fields. We'll be digging out of this cold. We'll be trucking in from the interstate. We'll be flying in from wars that kept us far, far away from home. Every hour I've been gone, I've been thinking about touching skin instead of cold machines. These cracked and callous hands, they can be gentle. Oh, darling, darling, you're all I packing in from the fields, we'll be digging out of this cold. We'll be trucking in from the interstate, we'll be flying in from wars that kept us far, far away from home. And every hour I've been gone, I've been thinking about touching skin instead of cold machines. These cracked and callous hands, they can be gentle. Oh, darling, darling, you're all I need.
This next one's the eponymous track off of our third album, Red Horizon, written by Paul Martin.
Do you remember that old road and all the fun we'd have each time we'd up and go? How did we lose it? How did we go wrong? How did we let the tank go empty for so long? But if you're ready, we can leave tonight. I'll grab the fuel and sparks will fly. Rocky Mountains, those rolling plains, mighty roar of the Pacific calls your name. And that painted desert, she knows her child, one that's born to chase the wind blowing wild. So if you're ready, we can get on track. Just take the wheel and don't look back, and we'll drive till the morning, and we'll cry when that sun cracks the sky, 'cause the road unrolls like a silver scroll of heaven
Thank you. Well, we do have a new album coming out, and so we should play you a song from that new album. This one's called What Does It Take? My wife, Lindsay, asked me to write her a song, and I did several years back, and she didn't like that one. And we might play that one later, but she told me I had to write another one. So I wrote this one, and you'll be able to compare and contrast the two by the end of the performance today.
What does it take to make love grow? Give me the seeds and I'll learn to sow. My heart was bound to burst for you, shooting from its rocky tomb, opening like a rose in bloom. My heart adrift and lost at sea, had an empty sail, useless, incomplete. I was lonely, I'll confess, till you blew in from the west, filled the space inside my chest. And your love was all I needed. Life was a puzzle missing too many pieces. You found every piece I was missing. Now the picture is complete. You're standing there with me, just like it was meant to be. When the creeping darkness comes, the fog settles in and the day has long been done. Out of the darkness shout my name. You bring the oil, I'll bring a flame, light a lamp to lead the way. And your love was all I needed. Life was a puzzle missing too many pieces. You found every piece I was missing. Now the picture is complete. You're standing there with me, just like it was meant to be. Thought I'd run out of words to write. 10 years together seems like such a long time. Hand me the ink, give me a page. I'll recount this love we've made. It's growing stronger every day. And your love was all I needed. Life was a puzzle missing too many pieces. You found every piece I was missing. Is complete. You're standing there with me, just like it was meant to be. And your love was all I needed. Life was a puzzle missing too many pieces. You found every piece I was missing. Now the picture is complete. You're standing there with me, just like it was meant to be. Now the picture is complete. You're standing there with me, just like it was meant to be.
And now for something a little bit different. We're the Misty Mountain String Band, not the Misty Mountain Bluegrass Band. It allows us a certain freedom to play whatever sort of song we want to play without having to be in the soul traditional bluegrass box. So here's something different.
Sits deep in the bone. spend some time in the garden before night comes again. One day a caged bird, on another I fly. Sun in the morning, then clouds fill the sky. I'm ready to leave, then I go back inside. Whoever I am is a question of time. Got up my courage at a quarter to 4. I'll write my regrets and sweep the dirt off the floor. But I woke up late and I run out the door. It's just another day like every day before. One day a caged bird, on another I fly. Sun in the morning, then clouds fill the sky. I'm ready to leave, then I go back inside. Whoever I am is a question of time. For the people I see, trade words and a handshake with friends that I meet. But many miles away, an old forgotten song whispers through the pines, you're way too far from home. One day a caged bird, on another I fly. Sun in the morning, then clouds fill the skies. I'm ready to leave, then I go back inside. Whoever I am is a question. One day a caged bird, on another I fly. Sun in the morning, then clouds fill the sky. Ready to leave, and I go back inside. Whoever I am is a question of time.
Misty Mountain String Band on WFPK's Live Lunch, sounding great. And we will talk with the band here in just a moment. WFPK's Live Lunch series is made possible by contributions from listeners like you and by Holsapple Brewing, hosts of the Misty Mountain String Band's Kentucky Bound release party tonight at 7 p.m. Holsapple Brewing's family-friendly tap room, located in the Linden neighborhood, will be releasing bourbon barrel-aged Bob's Blessing in bottles and draft at the party. More on Holsapple Brewing's Facebook page. And thanks also to the City Cafe with citywide delivery for any event for providing lunch for our members today. Next week on Live Lunch, we will have the Andy T Band featuring Alabama Mike and Anson Funderburg. Great blues players. They'll be in town for the Garvin Gate Blues Festival next weekend, and they'll be joining us for Live Lunch. You can go to WFPK.org, see who else is coming in the next few weeks, and listen to past programs there as well. Today, we are also broadcasting live on Facebook and Endless Riff in VR. Misty Mountain String Band, Kentucky Bound is the brand new album. Congratulations on another great release.
Yeah, thanks.
Man, how many albums is this for you now?
That's 4.
4. Wow. And tell us a little bit about the story of the band. When did you guys get together, and how did that happen?
Well, we actually met about 6 years ago, and we met like all good bluegrass bands do at seminary school here in Louisville.
And was everybody a student there?
Except for Frankie, who's our new fella here. Frankie joined up this year, but at the time, Brian Vickers was the founding guitar player in the band, and he was actually a professor. And me and Paul and Neil were the students.
Okay.
So.
What happened to Brian?
So Brian got particularly busy because he's a Greek scholar, and he's, he had to write a couple of books, and those took a little bit of time, and then he got asked to go speak in Scotland and Brazil and
He chose that over
India
going
and all
down
these
to
places.
He chose that over going to bluegrass festivals.
Yeah. But so he felt like it was getting a little busy for him, and so he suggested that we start looking around for somebody new, and we found Frankie.
Well, all right. Well, welcome to the band. Good to have you. So you talked about breaking out of the box, the bluegrass box, a little bit, doing something different. To my ear, it doesn't sound a whole lot different. What's the difference? What do you guys do that's different than the traditional?
Oh, well, I think it depends on who you ask. We definitely don't have a three-finger banjo. We get in trouble for that sometimes. But if anything, we try to put ourselves back in the box a little bit on this album. We do a few things that are just a little more poppy, I think, a little more modern sounding, where, bluegrass is a traditional genre, is a real specific thing. You got to sound like Bill Monroe and Flat and Scruggs.
Gotcha. Yeah. And you all do, a lot of original material, too. So.
Yeah, we do mostly originals, but when we do play covers out at shows, you'll hear some Bill Monroe and some Flat and Scruggs.
Was that your original intent, was to be a bluegrass band?
It was, and we missed the mark a little bit.
I don't think it's hurting you any. I'm just curious as to... So you guys ended up meeting in seminary school. Were you studying music there, or...?
A couple of us were, yeah. Me and Neil, we were studying church music, and we graduated. I'm a associate pastor at Linden Baptist Church. Neil's at Ballardsville Baptist Church. Frankie leads music at Garfield Avenue Baptist Church. And Paul's at Sojourn Community Church. He gets a call anytime they want to have a bluegrass Sunday.
So the new album, Kentucky Bound, tell us a little bit about that. Where did you record it, and did you have a producer?
Yeah, we recorded it down in Nashville with Steve Thomas, the same producer and engineer that did our last couple of albums. And he's worked with a lot of all-star bluegrass folks, so we wanted his input again, always trying to improve our sound and our technique, and he's really great for that. He's a good mentor and a really skilled engineer as well. And so we were down in Nashville at Steve's kind of home studio.
And how's this album different from your Red Horizon record?
I think it's a little bit of a return back to a more typical sort of bluegrass feel, but maybe more modern bluegrass, like Alison Krauss or Ron Block kind of stuff. So if you've heard our previous albums, they're a little more whatever we feel like doing, where we tried to, on this one, have a more cohesive start to finish album.
Yeah. And so you're playing at Hose Apple Brewing tonight. That's happening, releasing the new record. Are you releasing it in other ways, or do you have it out in stores? Or are you doing...
Yeah, it'll be available today is the official release day, so exciting. But it'll be available all over the internet right now. You can buy it anywhere where you have the internet, and you can also buy it from us around town. It'll be in some of the record shops in town next week, not today, but they can get it anywhere online, order it from our website.
Yeah, I was reading something about how you guys are you rehearse a lot, like you really give a lot of time and attention to rehearsing your material. Walk us through kind of what was a rehearsal like for you guys? What's a typical one? And where do you rehearse?
Well, we rehearse at my house. We get there at 9 a.m., and we rehearse for at least 3 hours. And so a lot of people complain about early shows like this that are at noon.
Right.
For us, it's not very early. But yeah, we try a lot of different things. A big part of being a bluegrass band is the whole band is the drummer. The whole band is the rhythm section. And so we're always focusing on two main things, trying to have that rhythmic security and groove, as well as vocals. We do a lot of practice on those 4-part harmonies.
Do you, is there one main songwriter, or does everybody write?
We all write, yeah. So even Frankie, that was one of the bonuses we got when we hired Frankie on. He's a songwriter, a singer, and a guitar player. So we got 3 for 1.
All right. Well, excellent. Well, we're looking forward to hearing more. Again, it's the Misty Mountain String Band with us today, and tonight they're playing at Hose Apple Brewing in the Linden neighborhood, releasing their brand new album, Kentucky Bound. Let's welcome them once again, WFPK's Live Lunch.
Once each hour was a lifetime. Once each memory was clear. Now the days are growing shorter, but the end seems further every passing year. Adam walking through the garden surely must have thought it strange that he'd trade a life of leisure for death and sorrow and pain. A few more days to run in circles, a few more days around the sun, a few more days till he calls me, a few more days and I'll be done. A few more days, my child, hold on. And it feels just like I'm drowning. Another day, another hour to make a dime. Lord, I've never felt so tired. I need a break, but I can't afford the time. A few more days to run in circles, a few more days around the sun, a few more days till he calls me, a few more days and I'll be done. A few more days, my child, hold on. There's a home on the horizon. There's a path beneath my feet. There's room for all who enter. And at the table there's always one more seat. A few more days to run in circles, a few more days around the sun, a few more days till he calls me, a few more days and I'll be done. A few more days, my child, hold on.
Thank you. Like I say, we like to play some cover songs as we go down the way, and we have a few influences. One of them is Norman Blake, an old bluegrass and old-time musician. So here's one of his songs, The Last Train from Fort Valley. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, it was good one time, everything was mighty fine. The cold tipples rode day and night. And things they out slow for no reason that I know. And the ill winds hove into sight. Well, the mines all closed down, everyone was laying around. There wasn't very much for you to do. So stand in a line, get your action script on time. Woman, I could see it killing you. The soft new snows of December lightly fall my cabin round. Saw the last train from Port Valley, taking brown-haired Becky Richmond bound. Well, it's been coming on, should've known that you'd be gone. Well, leaving crossed your mind every day. And then you said to me, things are bad at home, you see. I guess I better be on my way. And I can't blame you now, I never could somehow. A miner's wife you weren't cut out to be. It wasn't what you thought, just some dreams that you bought when you left your home and ran away with me. The soft new snows of December lightly fall my cabin round. Saw the last train from Poor Valley taking brown-haired Becky Richmond bound. Sounds of December lightly fall my cabin round. Saw the last train from Poor Valley taking brown-haired Becky Richmond bound. Taking brown-haired Becky Richmond bound. Taking brown-haired Becky Richmond bound.
This next song is that one I told you about earlier. It was the first song that I wrote at the request of my wife, and it was Not Good Enough. This was inspired several years ago when we had a terrible, awful, no good snowstorm here in Louisville. We got 2 feet of snow in as many days. If you recall, we were unprepared. And I noticed that if you're snowed in with the people that you love for long enough, so anyway, this song is called The Birds and the Bees.
1, 2, 3.
It's been a long, long night. The snow's been hanging around for days. My furnace can't keep up. I need a thaw to change the pace. I keep dreaming of the sun, dreaming of its beams, dreaming of the birds, dreaming of the bees. Ooh. It's been a long, long day. I didn't mean the words I said to you. My heart, it can't keep up, and now you're crying in our bed. I keep dreaming of the sun, dreaming of its beams, dreaming of the birds, dreaming of the bees. Ooh. And winter marks another year with you. The seasons keep on changing, but there's nothing we can do. Waiting on the spring, waiting for another chance to bloom. Storm won't break, we might not survive the ice. Another week like this, we'll have a lawyer on the line. I keep dreaming of the sun, dreaming of its beams, dreaming of the birds, dreaming of the bees. dreaming of the sun, dreaming of its beams, dreaming of the birds, dreaming of the bees.
Thank you. So I could kind of understand. I mean, my wife's really funny, but she didn't think that one was. Frankie Leo, everybody.
All the good things I want, when I hold in my hand. All the things I don't know, that I wanna understand. These are the things that push me forward, and at the same time bring me down. I am running through the forest, rocks and branches on the ground. And I will run for the joy that I may reach, and I will fall and feel the pain of defeat. But I will rise, wipe the dirt from my brow. I will run through the forest, rocks and branches on the ground. And that night the ravens crow, the buzzards circle over my head. They await my destruction when I lay me down to rest. I will not fear the dark, the enemy and his teeth. I will run through the forest when my death they may seek. And I will run for the joy that I may reach. And I will fall and feel the pain of defeat. But I will rise, wipe the dirt from my pride. I will run through the forest, the enemy is lurking round. And I will run for the joy that I may reach. And I will fall and feel the pain of defeat. I will rise and wipe the dirt from my brow. And I will run through the forest, the enemy is lurking round. I will run through the forest, with rocks and branches on the ground.
Doesn't he have the voice of an angel? We would have hired him just for his voice. He could have just left the guitar at home. Well, y'all, it's been great to be with you here today. Big thanks to the radio station, 91.9 listeners supported. WFPK is always so kind to us, and we're glad to be here with them. And we're glad to be here with you. We'll finish up today with the title track from our new album, Kentucky Bound. Be sure to come see us tonight at Holsapple, 7 o'clock. It's going to be a party. It's all ages, and even though we're Baptists, there will be drinking, and there will be dancing. I can't speak to gambling, but it's totally free, and we just want to have a party. We just want to have everybody there, all of our closest VIP friends, which is everyone listening. So, this was Kentucky Bound.
1, 2, 3.
firemen stay out late drinking whiskey after slaving all day long to make a dime. Well, they leave their lonesome women just to wait, but I hit the road and I'm heading back to mine. I left her alone in the autumn. I miss her like the dogs miss their leaves, and I told her I'd return in the springtime when the hummingbirds come racing through the trees. Kentucky bound, heading back to you. Do you hear my sound? Riding high on the wind, it's been far too long since I held you in my arms. Kentucky bound, I'm Kentucky bound. I look up at the blue moon of Kentucky, and that lonesome tune I'll never have to raise. For if I travel 10,000 miles, dear, you know I'll return your love always. Kentucky bound, heading back to you. Do you hear my sound? Riding high on the wind, it's been far too long since I held you in my arms. Kentucky bound, I'm Kentucky bound. Girl from Cincinnati, now I've known girls from Knoxville, Tennessee, and those South Carolina girls are pretty, but a Kentucky girl is the only girl I need. Kentucky bound, heading back to you. Do you hear my sound? Riding high on the wind, it's been far too long since I held you in my arms. Kentucky bound, I'm Kentucky bound. Kentucky bound, I'm Kentucky bound.
Kentucky Bound, the name of the new album from Misty Mountain String Band, playing tonight at Halls Apple Brewing. I'm Laura Shine. Thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend. You've been listening to WFPK's Live.